Please be seated. Good evening, and welcome to Duke Law School's Convocation. I am delighted that you are with us today to celebrate the Duke Law Class of 2025. Let us pay standing tribute to this remarkable group of graduating students. Graduations are often as much of a thrill for the loved ones of graduates as they are for the graduates themselves. I extend a special welcome to the parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, spouses, partners, children, and friends who are with us today. Graduating students, please rise and show your appreciation to the people whose love and support have helped you reach this milestone. Also joining us today are members of the Duke Law School faculty. They are exceptional scholars and practitioners who have dedicated their careers to teaching and mentoring our students and to ensuring a bright future for the legal profession. Please join me in thanking them for their contributions to your education and your personal and professional development. Let's also recognize our staff who work so hard to ensure the smooth running of Duke Law School and provide you with the best possible student experience. They are committed professionals who have guided you from the moment you applied for admission through your time as members of the student body, and they will continue to support you long into the future as members of our alumni community. Please join me in thanking them. Today, it is my privilege to honor a talented and accomplished class of law students. 117 of our degree candidates will receive a Master of Laws, or LLM, degree. 88 of our LLM candidates are graduates of law schools in other countries, many of whom are already practicing lawyers. They came to Duke Law School to learn about the American legal system and pursue advanced studies in their areas of interest. In the year they spent with us, they have shared much with their fellow students, including their knowledge of their own systems of law, the cultures and traditions of their home countries, and a great enthusiasm for their courses, professors, and Duke University. Another group of LLM candidates have completed the requirements for 2 degrees, a Juris Doctor and a Master of Laws in a specialized field, through our dual degree programs. 4 of our JD candidates will receive an LLM in International and Comparative Law, while 5 will receive an LLM in Law and Entrepreneurship. Finally, 20 of our LLM candidates have completed the requirements for a Master of Laws in Judicial Studies. They are distinguished trial and appellate judges who came to Duke Law School to advance their understanding of judicial institutions, take a series of challenging and interesting courses from our faculty, write a scholarly thesis, all on top of the heavy workload of serving on the bench. Please join me in congratulating all of the members of the LLM class of 2025. "226 of our graduating students are candidates for the Juris Doctor degree, the JD. 12 of our JD candidates are dual degree students who are also earning a master's degree from another school at this university, such as the Graduate School, Business School, or School of Public Policy. Our JD candidates have all spent at least 3 years enrolled at Duke Law School and completed a rigorous course of study. Outside of the classroom, they have represented clients, served their community, competed in moot court and mock trial, published works of scholarship, and organized conferences. They have earned the right to join our distinguished body of alumni who practice law and serve the common good all over the world. Please join me in congratulating the JD class of 2025. As Duke Law alumni, you will all have the opportunity to join the many graduates of this institution who use their power as lawyers to effect critical change in the world. Whether this is your first law degree, or your second, or even third, you will have an obligation, wherever your career takes you, to serve your community and help those who are less fortunate, as so many of our alumni do. And you will have a responsibility to uphold the tenets and traditions of the legal profession and the rule of law for all people, even when doing so does not serve your personal interests. This is what it means to be a lawyer, and it makes me so proud that you have all chosen to be members of this profession. It is now my privilege to present the Justin Miller Awards to members of the class of 2025. Justin Miller served as the Dean of Duke Law School from 1930 to 1934. He is credited with bringing national attention to this institution and instilling the qualities that continue to make it an exceptional place to study. The principles Dean Miller espoused nearly a century ago remain essential to Duke Law today. The Justin Miller Awards are presented each year in the categories of leadership, integrity, citizenship, and intellectual curiosity. We also present an award for an outstanding LLM student. Nominations for these awards are accepted from faculty, staff, and students from all class years. A book in the law library is dedicated on behalf of each award recipient, and each recipient's name will appear on a plaque displayed next to the portrait of Dean Miller in the law school. Award recipients, when I call your name, please stand if you wish to be recognized. Our first Justin Miller Award recognizes leadership. It is given to a student who has been especially active in the law school or the greater Durham community, demonstrates initiative, and leads by example. Recipients of the Leadership Award take responsibility for their actions and encourage others to do the same. This year's recipient was described by a fellow student as the glue that keeps Duke Law together. In fact, several students say meeting her when they were prospective students helped them know that Duke Law was the right choice for them. Others describe the thoughtfulness, caring attitude, personal attention, and mentorship they were given by our award winner, even though she was very busy with work in several organizations, including leading the Duke Bar Association. The winner of the Justin Miller Award for Leadership is Natalie Leon. Our next award is for integrity. This award goes to a courageous person with strong principles, a solid character, and a true sense of altruism. A person who, demonstrating an appreciation for honesty and justice, instills these same qualities in others. This recipient was described by a fellow student as having an unmatched ability to both stick wholly with her thoughtful and deeply held principles while also conveying her thoughts with the utmost level of respect and empathy. She has continually inspired others to pursue public interest work through countless one-on-one interactions and through her work in the Government and Public Service Society. The winner of the Justin Miller Award for Integrity is Milana Dayanim. Our next award is for citizenship. A genuine enthusiasm for the Duke Law School community distinguishes the recipient of this award as someone who brings people together in constructive ways. With a spirit of optimism, this student looks beyond individual differences to find common ground in mentoring relationships with others. A student wrote that this recipient changed my understanding of what true integrity looks like in practice. Another nominator wrote that this person not only set a high standard for personal conduct, but also inspired those around him to pursue excellence with integrity. Several students described how this recipient strengthened the community without demanding attention for accomplishments, particularly as the president of Outlaw. The winner of the Justin Miller Award for Citizenship is Justin Pfizer. Our next award recognizes intellectual curiosity. The recipient of this award is a person who truly enjoys learning, has an intellectual hunger and passion for the law, and consistently shares it with and encourages it in others. A faculty nominator described this recipient as having written one of the best papers the professor had ever received. The professor also noted the recipient's class participation, saying he would often step into uncomfortable silences and keep the group working toward answers. That he was able to do this is a testament not only to his brain power, but his intellectual leadership. Students noted the recipient's role in pushing the Duke Law Journal to an even higher standard of excellence. The winner of the Justin Miller Award for Intellectual Curiosity is Michael DeLuca. Our final Justin Miller Award recognizes an outstanding LLM student. This award goes to a student who has demonstrated engagement with the whole law school community, in addition to showing leadership among the LLM students, concern for the well-being of LLM students at the law school and at the university, effective efforts to promote integration of LLM and JD students, participation in law school organizations and activities, and attention to academic performance in law school courses. This year's recipient was described by one student as a driving force in our class. Students repeatedly noted that this award winner was among the first people that they met at Duke Law, explained that he made an effort to immediately get to know classmates and found ways to bring the community together. One classmate noted, he is kind to everyone, takes the initiative when something needs to be done, and is always the first to reach out when someone is struggling. The winner of the Justin Miller LLM Award for Leadership and Community Participation is Vinicius de Aquino Curche. We will now hear remarks from representatives of each of the graduating classes. Our first student speaker was chosen to represent the Judicial Studies LLM class. Sabrina McKenna became a Hawaii trial judge in 1993. She has served as an Associate Justice of the Hawaii Supreme Court since 2011. She is a graduate of the University of Hawaii at Manoa and its William S. Richardson Law School. Justice McKenna teaches state constitutional law at Richardson. She is also an ABA Fellow and a Judicial Advisory Board member of the Law and Economics Center at George Mason's Antonin Scalia Law School. She has received numerous awards. Justice McKenna.
Some of you may have visited Hawaii before, so let me start with a traditional greeting. Aloha. Thank you, that was wonderful. I am Associate Justice Sabrina Shizue McKenna of the Supreme Court of the State of Hawaii, and I am honored to represent the 6th graduating class of approximately 20 federal, state, and international judges and justices to receive LLMs in Judicial Studies from Duke Law School's Bolch Judicial Institute. We are trial and appellate court judges and justices. We hail from California, Colorado, Georgia, Florida, Hawaii, Indiana, Louisiana, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oregon, South Carolina, Texas, and Wisconsin in the US, as well as internationally from Chile and South Korea. My class, on behalf of my class, I express our deepest appreciation to Dean Carrie Abrams and the outstanding faculty and librarians from or affiliated with Duke who guided our learning and thesis writing. We also thank Carl Bolch Jr. and Susan Bass Bolch, as well as the Duke Endowment for funding Bolch. We also greatly appreciate Bolch's retiring executive director, retired Judge Paul Grimm, and his entire team, especially programming director Ann Yandian, who took such good care of us. Thank you to all of you. Also, on behalf of my class, I'd like to congratulate all the 2025 Duke Law JD and LLM graduates, including Judge Tayeba Parsa from Afghanistan, who studied with us in our 4-week in-residence studies in 2023 and 2024. Congratulations, graduate and Judge Parsa from Afghanistan. In addition, thank you very much to all degree recipients, family, and friends. Mahalo, as we say in Hawaii. Without your support, we wouldn't be here. I have been given little time, so let me cut to the chase. We are receiving law degrees from this preeminent law school during a time of unprecedented attacks on the independence of judiciaries and the rule of law. What do I mean by the rule of law? The rule of law is defined by the World Justice Project, worldjusticeproject.org, if you want to take a look, as encompassing 4 general principles. The first is accountability, that the government, as well as private actors, are accountable under the law. The second principle is just law, that the law is clear, publicized, stable, and applied evenly, and that it ensures human rights, as well as property, contract, and procedural rights. The third principle is open government, that the processes by which the law is adopted, administered, adjudicated, and enforced are accessible, fair, and efficient. And the fourth principle is accessible and impartial justice, that justice is delivered timely by competent, ethical, and independent judges who are accessible, have adequate resources, and reflect the makeup of the communities they serve. To all law graduates here today, whether you become litigators, transactional attorneys, attorneys for governments or businesses, or go into business yourself, or you represent nonprofits or members, or you become members of the judiciary, or whether you choose other ways to apply your legal education, or any combination of these throughout your careers, as a law may lead you on roads that you had never envisioned, as has happened to many of us. No matter where life takes you, you will always be a lawyer, and your role as a lawyer brings you special power with which comes great responsibility. It is your responsibility to stand up for and protect the rule of law, which includes the independence of the judiciary. The rule of law is the foundational bedrock of democracy. Without the rule of law, autocracy prevails. Lawyers, the future of democracy is in your hands, but with the engagement of your class, as well as many others, and with an independent judiciary, I am optimistic that democracy and the rule of law will endure. In closing, over the course of the last 2 years as a Duke Law student, it has been one of the greatest honors of my life to learn with and from judges who, as required by the rule of law, are competent, ethical, independent, accessible, and reflect the makeup of the communities they serve. Thank you again to Duke Law and its Boltz Judicial Institute for providing my class, as well as many other judges throughout the world, with knowledge and tools to fortify accessible and impartial justice and to protect the rule of law. And as we say in Hawaii, mahalo nui loa and aloha. Thank you for the honor of addressing you.
Thank you, Justice McKenna. Our second student speaker was chosen to represent the international LLM class. Eugénie Garagnon was born and raised in France. She studied law, economics, and management, and worked for a local nonprofit in southern France before coming to Duke Law. She joined the International Human Rights Clinic and served as staff editor for the Law and Contemporary Problems Journal. After graduation, she plans to join an international organization to promote human rights. Eugénie.
Thank you, Dean Abrams, for that introduction, and thank you, LLM Class of 2025, for choosing me as your speaker. On the first day of orientation, as I entered the empty classroom to look for a seat, I slowly looked at the name tags surrounding me and began to discover the new community I was joining. I was very excited. I came across Danielle, Colombia, and just with that much information, decided to sit next to him. And I'm happy to tell you that my instinct was right. He is, to this day, one of my closest friends here. And that is exactly what the LLM program does. It brings together people from all over the world to deeply bond and connect with one another. All we had to do is come with an open mind. Our community was not formed in an instant. Indeed, while here at Duke, I played golf with South Korean and Japanese classmates, drank my first pint of beer at a German Oktoberfest, learned Spanish with my Latino friends, broke the Ramadan fast with my Sudanese roommate. Every shared moment counts. Together, we got to be Blue Devils. We danced to Ed Sheeran in the rain, camped for basketball tickets, and held our breath through March Madness. But also, not everything has been easy. First, we had to learn to be students again, especially those who had been working for a good number of years before coming here. And we did not come to just any school. We came to Duke University. French Wikipedia calls it the Harvard of the South, but now I like to think that Harvard is the Duke of the greater Boston area. We have had to catch up with JDs, because yes, friends, you're very good and hard to reach, to stay up to date with extensive readings, to get used to being cold call, to show up prepared for final exams, but we made it. Another challenge was getting used to Americans' habits and practices. Some were easy to catch, like turning right at a red light. Some were more difficult to navigate, like the rules of American football, the North Carolina weather, walking up to streets white with snow one morning and yellow with pollen the very next, or the job market and its unavoidable networking. Really, we got to dive into a new culture with its friendly people and its own traditions and holidays like Halloween, Thanksgiving, or the Super Bowl. But our biggest mission here was imagining our future, figuring out what the next step would be with a recently added uncertainty regarding visa and immigration. Duke Law is a springboard, but it is up to us what the jump looks like and where and how we land. Those hardships, big or small, brought us closer together. And in the midst of all that, Duke helped us thrive. We received high-level educations from exceptional professors who taught us to be great lawyers, well, greater lawyers, and offered their guidance. Thanks to the countless opportunities we were offered here, many of us found new paths, jobs, or meaningful connections. And we were supported in our identities. Our regions and cultures were honored, especially during International Week, with a food festival to remember. What a year it has been, and what a blessing to have shared it with you. For the majority of us, we have been away from home, and it would be easy to think that our year at Duke was a pause in our lives, but I know that our time here our lives very much kept going. We met new friends and now have homes around the world. We saw our classmates fall in love and get engaged. We saw kids grow up, some were born here, and at least 4 babies are coming soon. Our community keeps growing, and please, my dear classmates, keep sharing your happy news with us, and I promise I will as well. This year has been one of the best of my life, and I thank God for the incredible gift of meeting each of you. Thank you to all of you who came here to celebrate with us. My parents and brother are here somewhere. And you who are watching from around the world. From afar, you have contributed to our community. Your love and support made all the difference. Congratulations, everyone, and see you in 2030 for our first reunion.
Thank you, Eugenie. Our third student speaker was selected to represent the JD class. Tyler Grace graduated from Dartmouth College with a bachelor's degree in economics and a minor in philosophy. At Duke Law, he served as the Director of Academic and Professional Development of the Black Law Students Association. He was also a teaching and research assistant and a member of the Dean's Advisory Council, among other roles. After graduation, Tyler plans to clerk for the Honorable James Andrew Wynn Jr. on the United States Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit. Tyler.
Thank you, Dean Abrams, for that great introduction. You know, I remember sitting in Star Commons as you addressed admitted students during the open house back in March 2022. And in that address, you invited us to entertain the possibility that through hard work and trust in our professors and each other, we could achieve more than we ever thought we were capable. Now I can stand here today and tell you, on behalf of our class, Dean Abrams, you were right. At the end of our first semester of law school, I started a ritual. When grades were released, I resisted the urge to frantically check them right away. And instead, I would pick up my journal, find a quiet place, and take just 5 minutes to reflect on why I decided to come to law school and what I had accomplished so far. And semester after semester, my journal entries revealed 3 main themes. First, I wanted to be challenged, really challenged, because I believe hard work builds resilience and fuels creativity. Second, I wanted to learn how to be an excellent lawyer so that I could analyze complicated problems and help people. And finally, I wanted to feel like I belonged and that I was building relationships that would last a lifetime. And every semester as I journaled, I realized that I had made meaningful progress toward every one of those goals. And as that realization dawned on me, my shoulders softened, my heart rate slowed, and I remembered that my experiences with all of you are what matter. And we have faced a lot of challenges together. During 1L, we spent late nights learning to analyze countless cases about chickens and exploding fireworks and scalding hot coffee. And then we showed up to class the next morning, sleep deprived, and likely a bit anxious that we might get cold called and realize in front of everyone that we hadn't quite mastered the Erie doctrine or the prima facie case for negligence quite as well as we thought we had. But in that process, we learned what it takes to show up prepared. And we discovered that we actually knew more than we thought we did. And even when we were caught off guard for a moment or a minute, we were either creative enough to think on our feet and reason our way to the answer, or resilient enough to accept that we just weren't perfect in that moment. And there is no question that we have all built relationships that we will cherish for the rest of our lives. One of the most pivotal moments of my time here happened just a few weeks into 1L when 2 of you asked me if I would join your study group. Now, I was a 30-year-old man at the time, and I had no business being giddy about joining anybody's study group. But I mean it when I tell you, I was smiling from ear to ear for the rest of the day because I felt included and I felt like I belonged. And the 5 of us from that 1L study group are still close to this day, and we will be friends for life. So that journaling practice taught me the value of moving slowly and intentionally through transitions, especially transitions that feel significant. Because whenever the future is uncertain, there's a natural impulse to want to speed up and just push full steam ahead. But that impulse comes from fear. Fear that when the future arrives, we won't be ready for it. So paradoxically, we rush in. The problem is in that process, we lose ourselves and our connection to each other. So, as we navigate this transition, let's be intentional. Let's revisit whatever rituals or relationships helped us find our center over the last 3 years, whether that's a journaling practice like mine or something else. Because now is the time for us to come together and recognize that each and every one of us has accomplished incredible things, that we are all prepared to be excellent lawyers who help people, and that we have built a precious community right here that will always support us. Congratulations, JD Class of 2025.
Thank you, Tyler. Our distinguished speaker today is Sarah Boyce. Ms. Boyce graduated from Duke Law in 2012. She is general counsel for North Carolina Governor Josh Stein. Prior to becoming the governor's top lawyer, she served in several high-impact roles, including Deputy Attorney General, General Counsel, and Deputy Solicitor General in North Carolina's Department of Justice. During her time in that department, Ms. Boyce led several high-profile cases involving companies including Google and TikTok. She argued before the U.S. Supreme Court in 2022 in a case involving North Carolina's voter ID law. Ms. Boyce clerked for 2 U.S. Supreme Court justices, Sandra Day O'Connor and Stephen Breyer. She also clerked for Judge Jeffrey S. Sutton of the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Sixth Circuit. While at Duke Law, she served as editor-in-chief of the Duke Law Journal. Some of you may also know her as Professor Boyce, since she taught appellate practice in the fall of 2022, and again in 2023. Sarah, welcome back to Duke.
Thank you, Dean Abrams. And congratulations to the class of 2025 and the proud friends, family, and faculty who are here to celebrate this happy day. When Dean Abrams first reached out to me to ask if I would speak at graduation, I was so excited and I went downstairs to tell my husband. I just got an email from Dean Abrams, I said. She asked me to be the graduation speaker this year. The graduation speaker, he asked. Rude. No, he backpedaled. I just meant that, like at our graduation, Justice Stevens was the speaker. I understood what you meant, I told him. He wasn't wrong, though. Ideally, you don't have to Google your graduation speaker. And I'm under no illusion that many of you had a clue who I was until just a few moments ago. After all, just 13 years ago, I was sitting here in Cameron, wearing a goofy hat, just like you, struggling to keep this silly little tassel out of my face, just like you, absolutely thrilled to walk across this stage, just like you. But there's some value in having a graduation speaker who isn't that far removed from what you're experiencing right now. Most days, I feel like I'm still figuring out what I'm going to be when I grow up, just as I imagine many of you often feel. Maybe even today, as your friends and families look at you and your goofy hat and think you've got it all figured out. I thought I had it all figured out right after college. When I graduated, I decided to become a teacher. I believed then, as I do now, that teaching is the noblest profession, and that putting an excellent teacher in every classroom in America matters more than just about any other domestic policy. Sadly, I was not one of those excellent teachers. I was an outstanding cheerleader and mentor, and I loved my students, even the ones that didn't love me. I once got a note from a student that said, "Dear Miss Boyce, I like algebra and I like your class. Unfortunately, I don't like you." I really hope this will change before the end of the year, but I just don't know if that's going to happen. Love, Diamond Smith. I didn't leave teaching because of Diamond Smith, though, much as she may have wanted that. No, the reason I ultimately left teaching was because I had the sense that the problems my students faced were so much bigger than my deficiencies as a teacher or even a failing school system. I had students who rationed the free breakfasts and lunches the schools provided them so that they would have food to eat for dinner. Other students couldn't stay awake in my class because they stayed up every night taking care of their baby siblings while their parents worked second and third shifts to pay the rent. I decided to go to law school because I came to understand in my bones that fundamental parts of our society are broken, and I was just idealistic enough to believe that law might be the way to change that. I thought maybe if I went to law school, it would give me the tools to fight for a brighter future for the 200 middle schoolers who had graced my classroom. Once I got to law school, though, I sometimes found it hard to keep a close hold on that origin story. You all know how it can be, the persistent achievement treadmill. I didn't come from a family of lawyers. When I showed up at Duke, I literally could not have named a single law firm. I had never heard of a clerkship, much less considered whether I wanted one. But law school has a way of convincing you that your worth depends on whether you can secure a few shiny bullet points on your resume. Law review, moot court, order of the coif, order of the coif. 13 years later, I still don't know. All that to say, I started law school convinced I'd spend my entire career doing public interest work, and the next thing I knew, I was typing top 10 fancy law firms into Google. Fast forward to 2019. I had started my legal career with a series of one-year jobs, a fellowship at the US Department of Justice, and 2 clerkships. But when 2019 rolled around, I'd been in private practice for 3 or 4 years. I'm an associate at a fancy law firm in Washington, D.C., and I'm up for partner at the end of the year, and I am gunning for it. I'm billing all the time, I'm on all the firm committees, and I think I have this in the bag. One of my mentors at the firm literally told me, as long as you don't murder someone in the middle of Pennsylvania Avenue, you're all set. You'll be glad to hear that I did not murder anyone in the middle of Pennsylvania Avenue, but I also didn't make partner. I was crushed. When I found out I hadn't made it, I was at a big antitrust trial in New York. Our firm was seeking to block the merger between Sprint and T-Mobile, and I was set to handle the direct examination for one of the key witnesses the next day. I thought it was going to be this crowning achievement. I had already asked the courtroom artist how much it would cost to purchase the little pictures he was drawing for the big newspapers so I could get one framed for my office and remember that day. Let's just say it was a good thing the courtroom artist ended up missing the next day of court. When I got to the courtroom to do my direct exam, I was a mess. Swollen eyelids, bloodshot eyes, not exactly how I'd pictured it. You may be sitting there wondering why in the world I am telling you this story. Who returns to their alma mater as the graduation speaker to talk about how they failed to make partner? I chose that story first because I need you to know that no matter how rapidly your legal career takes off from here, you will all have moments of professional failure. Some of them will be small. My favorite small failure was when, during my first year as an associate, I accidentally ended a phone call with a fancy partner by saying, "Okay, thanks, I love you, bye." What do you do after that? Do you call the fancy partner back and apologize? Sorry, I just want to clarify, I do not actually love you. Do you pretend it never happened? I chose the latter. We never spoke of it again. But that's a tiny fail. You will also have failures that feel much, much bigger. Crushing, maybe career-altering. I want you to know now that you will find your way through. And if you remember why you went to law school in the first place, you will find your way to something better. That's what happened to me. Fast forward again 4 months. I get a call about a job in North Carolina working for the State Department of Justice. And at first I turned it down. When I'd gotten the call 4 months prior telling me that I hadn't made partner, the firm had assured me that the handful of partners who had voted me down just wanted me to get a little more experience and that I would be in a shoo-in the next year. And a large part of me, that same part that had fallen victim to the achievement treadmill in years past, couldn't imagine abandoning that path. I couldn't fathom a world where I left the firm before I had the chance to redeem myself and check that shiny partner box. But I also had this gnawing sense that I wasn't where I was supposed to be. The truth of the matter was that I hadn't gone to law school so that I could one day be a fancy law firm partner. I went to law school because of 200 students, yes, even Diamond, who changed my life. I went to law school because I thought it would equip me to advocate for the kind of world those students deserve to grow up in. And if I was honest with myself, I didn't feel like I was doing that. So I called back and took the job. I became the Deputy Solicitor General of North Carolina, which means it was my job to represent the state before the US Supreme Court, the North Carolina Supreme Court, and the lower state and federal courts of appeals. That turned out to be the best professional decision I've made thus far. It set me on a path that allowed me to do things I could barely have imagined when I was sitting where you are today. While I was in the Solicitor General's office, we had 3 cases in the US Supreme Court over the span of about 9 months. One of them, Moore v. Harper, was an elections case about whether state courts have the power to strike down redistricting plans for violating a state constitution. We won that case, and it was momentous enough that President Obama tweeted about it. I got to argue a different case in the US Supreme Court. I almost threw up when I had to start talking, and I lost 8-1, but I argued in the US Supreme Court. Those experiences were incredible. I can still hardly believe some of them actually happened. But they're not the reason that quitting my law firm job was the best professional decision I've ever made. No, the reason I'm so grateful I quit my firm job was because it allowed me to get back to the reason I went to law school in the first place. I get to spend every day making this state, the state where I grew up and where my children will grow up, into the fair, nurturing place where I wish my former students could have grown up. And for me, there's no replacement for the fulfillment and professional satisfaction that comes from that. Now let me be clear, I'm not saying that each of you needs to devote your entire career to government or working for a nonprofit. Although I hope many of you spend part of your career in public service, it is just as important to hold true to the values that led you to law school when you're working at a law firm or in-house at a Fortune 500 company. Anyone who thinks that the people in the private sector have no impact on whether we live in a more just and democratic society is not paying attention right now. We need lawyers who remember why they went to law school at those fancy law firms, perhaps now more than ever before in my lifetime. And when I say remember why you went to law school, I also don't mean that you need to cling to precisely the job you dreamed of when you started at Duke, or to whatever you think your dream job might be today. When I started law school, I thought I was going to be an education lawyer. I'm not, and almost certainly never will be. Instead, I've been a Deputy Solicitor General and the Deputy Attorney General of North Carolina, jobs I didn't even know existed when I started at Duke. Same goes for my current job. When I decided to go to law school, I didn't know governors even had general counsels, much less aspire to be one. All that to say, don't be wedded to exactly where you think you'll end up, whether professionally or geographically. Let your career surprise you and take you places you never would have expected. But do remember the values and ideals that brought you to this point in the first place. You chose to go to law school for a reason, and I bet it wasn't just money. If it was, becoming an investment banker probably would have been an easier path. No, I'm guessing for many of you, the journey that concludes today began several years ago with an LSAT prep book and a dream that you'd play some small role in bending the arc of the moral universe toward justice. Hold close to that dream. In a few minutes, you'll graduate from Duke Law and embark on your legal career. As that career takes shape, don't forget what brought you to Duke in the first place. When you're running on more cups of coffee than hours of sleep, and the partner wants to know why she still hasn't seen a first draft, remember why you went to law school. When you fail, in ways large or small, in ways that are mundane or career-altering, remember why you went to law school. And when it's time to decide what you're going to do with this degree you've worked so hard to receive, when it's time to choose whether you'll be a partner or a politician or a professor or a public servant, remember why you went to law school. Remember why you went to law school, and 13 years from now, you too might find yourself with a job and a life that you love, even if you may have to persuade your spouse that you really, truly are the Duke Law graduation speaker. Congratulations, Duke Law, class of 2025. I can't wait to see everything you all are going to accomplish. Thanks for having me today.
Thank you, Sarah, for your words today and your leadership in the legal profession and your service to the Duke Law community. We now come to the recognition of our graduates. Each graduate has been presented with an academic hood. The hoods you received are lined in blue and white to represent Duke University and trimmed in purple velvet to represent the field of law. I ask the following people to rise and assist in the recognition of our graduates. Professor Emily Aguirre, winner of the 2023 Distinguished Teaching Award from our students, which is generously supported by the class of 1967. Professor Chris Buccafusco, who received the Distinguished Teaching Award in 2024. Associate Dean for International Studies, Oleg Kobolev. And Assistant Dean for Student Affairs, Louis Hutchison. Let's begin.
It is my pleasure to present the candidates for the degree of Master of Laws in Judicial Studies. Susan Blanco. Hope Ty Cannon. Rebecca Franks Dallett. Josephine Carr Davis. Stephen Lewis Armstrong Dillard. Sinria Edwards. Patrick Fisher. Christopher Michael Goff. Shiva Hodges. Yi Soo Yoon. Martin Bristol McGee. Kimberly Jo Mueller. Michael Newman. Arturo Predu Puga. Jason Kenneth Pulliam. Robert William Schroeder III. Michael Simon. And your class speaker, Sabrina Shizue McKenna.
Good evening. I now present the candidates for the degree of Master of Laws. Omar Abuzgeya. Damilola Aishat Alada. Muhammad Hamza Alam. Ahmad Al-Sheikh. Mame Barnier Etuamua. Alejandro Arias Ramirez. Yuhui Bai. Dorontina Berisha. Mahima Batrai. Musad Abin Amir. Sabina Sabia Bolson Jung. Ricarda Marie Branworst. Man Tin Chen. Chin Yuan Chun. Chung Yu Choi. Preet Arpan Choksi. Elena Correa Costa. Bernardo Freitas Cal Costa. Andrew Hugh Cunningham. Vinicius de Acuno Culce. Aline Marie de Berre. Sarah de Foch. Shuchi Fong. Mariana Fernandez Ferreira. Medica Devan Chemekur Fernanda. Minca Fu. Nino Galdava. Philip Adam Golanjanowski. Dmitry Grachov. Aurélie Guecreusier. Noor Haider. Daichi Hifumi. Roberta Iba. Osasuki Bettina Edbois James. Nana Kakumoto. Lauren Elise Kelly. Jahanzayeb Khalid. Satoshi Kitaoka. Bosun Ko. Megumi Kojima. Satoshi Kojima. Ashna Lakotia. Soonhoon Lee. Juan Lombana. Andres Manatu Mire. Flaminia Mangina. Carlos David Martinez Vergara. Nicholas Marvan Pizzuto. Michael Kehea Matenge. Daniel Meneses Duarte. Anna Miranashvili. Tayeba Mohammadi Parsa. Isra Ezeldin Said Mokhtar. Alice Mutsi Lemuniet Araujo. Keita Nakamura. Emanuela Chinela Mwaba. Tal Ossie Bernstein. Shanina Soledad Pantiga. Vaishnavi Praveen. Mikhail Protonatorius. Maud Purvis, Tema Raman, Yulin Ren, Joe Ren, Nicholas Rogers Alcande, Natalia Ropera Bautista, Ignacio Augusto Ruiz Valle, Josefina Sanchez Amunatege, Nicholas Richard Schobel, Alexei Asanisei, Chen Shen, Rebecca Gabrielle de Vasconcelos Silveira, Brittany Kara Slimovich, Aegon Sokoli, Tatsuya Tachimura, Kimberly Justine Teje, Wilhelmer Herrera Torresson, Sarah Torelli, Charanyan Udayabaska Reddy, Roberto Vea Salazar, Arsi Si, Yongkang Shu, Zihan Shu, Tuba Yeshil, Song Jae-yoon, Alexander Douglas Yun, Cynthia Zabrano Garce, Jan Zimmerman, and the LLM class speaker, Eugenie Marie Garagnon.
It is my pleasure to present the candidates for the degree of Juris Doctor. Kirk Dallin Adams, Paul On, Kaylin Belitsky Alexis, also receiving the Master of Laws. Joshua Chase Allen, Joshua Paul Angelo, Margaret Ash, Jason Atwood, Jack Singh Bath, Thibault Bachelet, Jillian Baggett, Timothy Bino, James Baker, Allison Sloan Barkley, Gavin Barrett, Hannah Dorothy Berg, Jack Harrison Bergantino, Abigail Winthrop Biddle, Brandon Patrick Bishop, Mackenzie Brabham, Samuel Jacob Braden, Isabel Breyer, Ruth Cecilia Brindle, Mary Peyton Brown, Allison Brisky, Xander Bush, Olivia Shauna Callan, Shu Kao, Olivia Grace Cardenas, Joseph John Castelluccia, Robert Cerise, Christy Chan, Hamza Hanif Chaudhry, Isabella Ching, Shenyan Ching, Yuong Chi, Yi Chan Choi, Tyler Christensen. Megan Knuckles Christner. Chinelo Gloria Chukwele, also receiving the Master of Laws. Catherine Jennifer Cole. Chandler Brooke Cole. Quentin Colo. Sydney Colopy. Palmer Crow Corbett. Johanna Claire Chrisman. Jacob Tyler Cunningham. Milana Ruth Dianeem. Michael Patrick DeLuca. Taylor Dempsey. Jack DiPolito. Joseph Donahue. Jeff Ecker. Sarah Elizabeth Edwards. Jaron Ege. William Alexander Emkin. Oria Inechukwu. Wei Con Fing. Eduardo Fernandez. Justin Bernard Pfizer. Catherine Kyler French. Catherine Grace Frisbee. Allison Frizen. Emily Yanyi Fong. Thomas Michael Gallinar. Clifford John Peterson Gilman, Jr., also receiving the Master of Laws. Oren Glickman. John Joseph Godfrey, Jr. Rohan Gohel. Jessamine Danielle Goldman. Shoshana Goldman. Caroline Jane Granitour. Taylor Brooke Grant. Raquel Greenberg. Rachel Shinran Gu. Dana Han. Ashari Hankerson. Jessica Hardy. Yuriko Harimoto. Madeline Harlow. Jennifer Heck. Justin Matthew Heyer. Daniel Raphael Hisgalov. Lok Nai Ho. Garrett Scott Hoff. Amber Jacqueline Holder Jemmett. Junggi Hong. George Howard. Sarah Grace Hudson. Ashwin Theogarajan Iyer. Sky Marie Jackson. Tyler Jackson. Samara Jacobson. Landon Jenkins. Evelina Jung, also receiving the Master of Laws. Yuying Jing. Alexandria Elizabeth Johnson. Andriana Deanne Johnson. Jacob Alexander Johnson. Jeremy Logan Johnson. Summer Leanne Johnson. Hunter Jung. Natalie Joe. Molly Ketterer. Lauren Elizabeth Call. Anna Catherine Pearl Kilby. Jin Young Kim. Courtney Simone Kinchin. Nakia King. William Knight. Olivia Commandery. Leah Korn. Surya Korapati, also receiving the Master of Laws. Ryan Taylor Lane. Madison Larmore. Batram Anlay. Natalie Elizabeth Leon. Avery Lewis. Helen Ting Ting Lee. Victor Winyu Liao. Shu Win Lin. Elizabeth Longos, also receiving the Master of Laws. Margaret Liu. Matthew Lumia. Lucas Carey Lynn. Rebecca Majid. David Gabriel Morantes. Cody Steinkamp Markel. Thomas Matthew Morata. Tyler Morovitz. Omar Samer Matar. Heidi Jennifer McCrae. John McDaniel. Matthew Charles McKnight. Brianna Maheed. Sean Marrera. Magna Parvati Melcote. Mira Romani Metri. Catherine Burns Miller. Noah Bick Malin. Caroline Moore. Thomas Moy. James Mullen. Gabriela Esther Nagel Alverio. Madhavi Nambiar. Ashley Nelson. Chelsea Marie Nielsen. Robert Seamus O'Malley. Philippe Pereira Diballier. Also receiving the Master of Laws. Daniela Piera Salas. Gabriela Perez. Melissa Antonia Perez. Alberto Puleo. Matthew Polikoff. Maximilian Hoffman Popkin. Cecilia Davis Poston. Seth Hurd Pruitt. Katie Rhea. Justin Thomas Reed. Mary Grace Reese. Hyung June Rim. Emma Ringstadt. Evan Thomas Rogers. Joshua Rudd. Cameron Alexander Samayan. Samuel William Sawyer. Maya Balk Sher. Alexandra Patricia Schlesinger. Alexandra Michelle Schmidt. Soren Schwartz. James Scoville. Christian Saramides. Kara Bridget Shanahan. Jeremy Sharp. Also receiving the Master of Laws. Rashi Shastri. Grace Castillo Sherman. Morgan Jania Shields. Lucy Lynn Shoemaker. Richard Silverman. Claire Simpson. Kyron Singh. Gavin Small. Alexander Warfield Snyder. Timothy Southam. Isabel Barrett Sperber. Samuel Squadron. Samuel Starr. Logan Ryan Stanicki. Stephen Lambert Stenquist. Maya Lauren Stevenson. Stephen Sun. Cameron Swicky. Claire Elise Tannenbaum. Yui Ting. Zoe Turner. Alira Thomas. Sean William Thompson. Christopher Zeke Tobin. Tripal Tran. Anita Ugalde. Alvin Than Vo. Olivia Helen Wagner. Chloe Haldane Wallace. Lewin Wang. Tianyu Wang. Zilin Wong. Amanda Marie Watson. Chelsea Allison Werner. Tyler Adair White. Tyler Weisman. Rachel Wilkie. Jean Grace Wilson Staten. Sari Weissoff. Hannah Elizabeth Wolf. India Nicole Woodfolk. Catherine Lindsay Wozniak. Hank Wu. Andrew Thomas Xavier. Also receiving the Master of Laws, Margaret Mulholland Yoder. Jason Yu. Wenja Yu. Andrew Ryan Jing. Rongzin Zhu. And your class speaker, Tyler Eugene Wallace Grace.
I present to you the Duke Law School class of 2025. This has been a wonderful evening. Thank you to our speakers, our faculty, our staff, and everyone who joined us to celebrate the achievements of this remarkable class. Graduating students and soon-to-be alumni, you have our very best wishes for a fulfilling career in the law. Please come back often and maintain a strong connection to your professors, your classmates, and the next generations of Duke Law students. This is just the beginning of what we hope will be a long relationship with dear old Duke. Congratulations again, and good luck to all of you. Our speakers and faculty will now exit the stadium, followed by our graduates. Our guests are invited to join us back at the law school for champagne and cookies. Guests, please stay at your seat until the graduates have exited. Please rise for the recessional.